When the crypt doors creak and the tombstones quake, spooks come out for a swing and wake. Happy haunts materialize and begin to vocalize. Grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
Well, it's Halloween, and you know what that means. It's officially horror movie day, that's what. Whether it be a spine-tingling slasher flick or features something spectacularly supernatural, what you watch today should feature its fair share of thrills, chills, and spills. Which brings me to my entertainment for the evening. Let's see what's playing. Well, I could go and see Dracula the Beginning, whatever fuck you. Stupid creepy doll movie number 108. Or, Kooky Board. Jesus, I'll just stay at home and watch this. Boris Karloff, Jack Nicholson, Roger Corman. No.
Before his sets were destroyed after finishing up production on The Raven and The Haunted Palace, Corman quickly gathered a crew of filmmakers to churn out in a matter of days a largely improvised film that is stitched together with footage shot by multiple exploitation up-and-comers including Jack Hill, Monty Hellman, and Francis Ford Coppola. The end result is a confusing bore of a film called The Terror, which will put even the most hardcore horror-loving insomniac to sleep, except for Boris Karloff, whose slumber were clearly disturbing. His castle gate also serves as a Walgreens receiving door. He's about to get 40 cases of something terrifying. The Terror, starring this stupid cartoon hawk. Terry Gilliam's animation here is pretty lazy. I hope Cupid's foot stomps the smug smile off of that dungeon prisoner's face. Our early 19th century tale follows French officer Lieutenant André Duvalier, who for a month has been lost from his regiment, Napoleon's army.
I've been through the desert on a horse with no name.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's the beach. And his name is Petey the Pony. Stupid southwest reading compass. Ah! My doctor told me never to get beach in my eyes. After his heat stroke, Andre awakes and is awestruck by the presence of a woman named Helene.
I'm a weary, disillusioned soldier, and you're the only pleasant sight that I've seen in 7 months.
I've spent 7 months spreading peanut butter on my horse's teeth to try and make it talk. Didn't work. Playing hard to get, she takes off into the surf and Andre goes after her, but is attacked by a bird and swept off his feet like a lug nut in the dryer. Friggin' bird. When he comes to, Andre finds himself in the cottage of an old lady, whose doormat reads, "Come for the unfunny caricatures, but stay for the twig dinners." She insists he saw no girl, but Andre continues his search regardless, which eventually leads him to the castle of Baron von Lepp, but not before nearly escaping the wrath of treacherous cutaway falling rock debris. This isn't the most terrifying thing that will happen to Jack Nicholson in his career. He'll eventually end up nude with Kathy Bates in a hot tub. I'm looking at you, About Schmidt. A reluctant Baron allows Andre entrance to his castle, but his offering seems a little odd.
Cognac for our guest.
And a Kodiak bear for me too.
Is that the girl you think you saw?
Yes, of course.
Before you say anything else, examine the portrait closely, the signature, and above all, the date.
Well, I specialize mainly in hand turkey drawings, but okay.
1786? But that's 20 years ago. It's incredible. It's the same girl and she hasn't changed a bit.
She has been dead for 20 years.
That is some hand turkey.
There, a perfect artist rendering of the Baroness von Lepp. Beautiful plumage.
Stefan will see you to your room.
Stefan? The lead singer from Steppenwolf? Surrounded by artwork and armed with a gun, you'd think Jack Nicholson would be tempted to vandalize everything in this castle. Maybe he needs some Prince music to help broaden his mind. Do something zany, Jack. Do something Joker zany.
Oh no! My turkey hand drawing of the Baroness! What have I done?
The Baron reveals that Andre is not alone, and he too has seen the ghostly apparition of his former wife, and confesses a terrible secret that haunts him to this day.
I was gone for nearly a year. When the fighting was over, I hurried home to my bride.
Of Frankenstein.
No one knew of my coming, and I surprised her in her room. She was not alone. She laughed at me, said her bed was not for me to find another. With my own hands, I killed her.
Hello. Donning his peeping pilgrim attire, Stefan discovers a wee bit of witchcraft being conducted in the woods.
Oh, powers of darkness, let the spirit of Ilsa sink deeper, deeper into this mortal form.
Dreidel, 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 I made you out of clay.
Be as though you
Unsightly
never
nose hairs be
were.
gone.
Spirit of Ilsa, see through these eyes, speak through these lips. Do my bidding.
Yeah, this is what I'd expect one would find going on in the woods. I sure hope a tagline for this movie included something along the lines of, "Thrill as Jack Nicholson unbolts a bolted door." As like a really wacky prank, Jack Nicholson should swap out one of those yellow candles in the hallway for a red candle in the dining room just to spook the Baron even more, and oh my god, this movie is incredibly boring. Andre refuses to give up on finding the truth behind Helene's disappearing act, but he's left with more questions than answers when Gustav, the mute servant of the old lady from the woods, is attacked by a hawk gone rogue. Hey, peck on somebody your own size, like Tippi Hedren. Oh wait, wrong movie. Help! That hawk dumped Chef Boyardee in my eyes! Andre enlists Stefan to help track down what appears to be the spirit of the Baron's deceased wife haunting the castle, but what they find is that the budget for this film was enough to pay for the 9 million candles prominently featured throughout. The terror appeals only to hallway wandering scene enthusiasts and die-hard candle buffs.
I'm sorry, this isn't scary or interesting or worth committing to film at all. Sorry to have wasted your time.
Prompted by the apparition of his departed wife, the Baron heads to the cellar to flood the castle in order to kill himself and rid the world of everything von Lepp.
Take your life as you took mine. Let your own hand destroy you and bring us together forever.
My legs are gray, my ears are gnarled, my eyes are old and bent.
She's used the girl as a puppet to drive the Baron to suicide.
But why?
She thinks it was the Baron that killed her son. She never knew it was you.
What do you mean? He killed my Eric.
Eric is her son?
You murderer!
Why, I oughta.
Don't you see now it was all a lie? The Baron did return that night to find Eric with the Baroness, and he did kill her. But there was a struggle, and in the fight, it was not Eric who died, but the Baron. I killed the Baron.
But I didn't kill a deputy.
And Eric is still alive?
He took the Baron's place, and for 20 years, no one has known. But he took the Baron's place in mind as well as body. In his mind, he is the Baron von Lepp.
So wait, that old woman gave birth to a son 30 years older than her? Good God, that would have been more interesting to watch. Lessons to be learned from this movie. Witches get struck by lightning when entering a chapel. Neat. Much like cats, Boris Karloff hates water, and so does that black-haired stuntman that probably isn't Boris Karloff. The only thing terrifying about this movie is the buoyancy of those rocks. Yeah, that's what my bowl of cereal tends to look like after I leave it out for a while, too. I guess the heir to the castle won't be Baroness von Caramel Apple.
I'm still not quite sure what the terror was supposed to be in this movie, but I guess the terror makes for a better and more specific title than a terror or some terror or one of those terrors. Wait, I have more joke padding here. Alternate titles could also have included His Terror, Her Terror, My Terror, Your Terror, Our Terror, This Terror, That Terror, El Terror, The Terror. Wait, no, that's the name of this movie.
She only seems dangerous. Actually, she's very affectionate, which is very unusual for her.
Take it back.